You guys, you won't even believe what happened this weekend. So you know how I saved up my birthday money for like a real manicure? Not the boring pink one I got for my cousin's wedding, but a cool one. I had this picture on my phone of the most awesome nails ever. Super bright neon green with tiny little lightning bolts on my ring fingers. They were totally epic. So my mom and I go to this place called Crystal Star Nail and Spa. The second we walk in, it smells like a mix of candy and like a dentist's office, but in a good way. All these ladies are chilling with their feet in bubbly water, and there's this buzzing sound everywhere. We had to wait a few minutes, and I was just sitting there on this big puffy couch, holding my phone like it was the most important thing in the world, just staring at the picture of my nails. Finally, this super nice lady named Teresa comes over. She's wearing a sparkly pink apron and is like the sweetest person ever. She led me to a little table and started soaking my hands in this warm, bubbly water. It felt so amazing. I literally felt like a queen. And then, get this. I hear this weird, angry sneeze sound, like a cat coughing up a hairball. I look over, and there's this lady sitting next to my mom. She's in a fancy black business suit, and her hair is pulled back so tight it looked like it was trying to escape. And she was staring at me. "What is that?" she said, and her voice was so sharp it could cut paper. I was like, "My hands?" She sniffed and pushed her giant sunglasses up on her head. "No, that awful smell. Is that bubble gum?" I'm thinking, is she serious? I looked at my hands in the bowl and was like, "No, it's lemon-scented." She scrunched up her nose and said, "Well, whatever it is, it's very juvenile." My cheeks got so hot, you guys. Juvenile? I was trying to think of the perfect comeback, like, your outfit is very prune-like. But I knew my mom would kill me. So I just stared at her. Teresa, my nail lady, must have seen me turning red because she jumped in. "It's our new citrus bath, ma'am," she said, but her voice was a little tight. "It's very popular." This woman, who I totally decided to call Mrs. Grumbles, just huffed and went back to picking at her boring nails. A few minutes later, after Teresa had finished with my cuticles and filed my nails perfectly, it was time for the best part. The color. I showed her the picture on my phone. "Oh, those are so fun," Teresa said. "Neon green and lightning bolts. I love it." Oh my goodness. Mrs. Grumbles must have had, like, bionic ears, because she leaned forward immediately. "Lightning bolts?" she said, and her voice was all dripping with disapproval. "On a child? Isn't that a bit much?" My mom finally looked up from her phone, and she looked at Mrs. Grumbles, then at me, and then at the picture. "I think they're great," my mom said, but you could tell she was getting annoyed. "What's so much about them?" Mrs. Grumbles crossed her arms. "Well, people of a certain age just don't have lightning bolts on their nails. It's unprofessional. It's loud. It's just not elegant." That's when I knew my mom was about to go full mom bear. Her smile was still there, but it was like a fake smile. "Well, she's not a CEO. She's a fifth grader," my mom said. "She's supposed to be loud and a little unprofessional." I wanted to cheer. My mom is the best. Mrs. Grumbles just glared at me. When I was her age, my nails were always a simple, classic pink, or a clear coat. Nothing so ostentatious. I had no idea what ostentatious meant, but I knew it was her way of calling my nails ugly. So I looked down at my hands and thought, you know what? I'm not just getting neon green nails with lightning bolts anymore. I'm getting neon green, lightning bolt, ostentatious nails. And they were going to be glorious. Teresa, who had been listening the whole time, finally spoke up again. Ma'am, I can assure you, we do all sorts of beautiful designs here, from classic to ostentatious. And you guys? She totally winked at me when she said it. I giggled so hard. Mrs. Grumbles glared at her one last time, stood up super fast and said, I just remembered I have another appointment. This place is not what it used to be. The decor is busy, and the clientele is, well, let's just say it's not peaceful. And with that, she stomped out, and her heels made this loud click-clack sound on the floor. Teresa and my mom literally burst out laughing the second the door closed. That woman, Teresa said, shaking her head. Some people just can't stand to see a little sparkle in the world. My mom squeezed my hand and said, and some people don't have a fun-loving fifth grader to keep them in check. The rest of my manicure was the best ever. Teresa used this tiny little brush to paint the most perfect lightning bolts, and the neon green was so bright, it looked like it was glowing. When she was done, my nails were shiny and hard and totally beautiful. I wiggled my fingers and watched the light sparkle off the little bolts. When we left, I looked at the puffy couch where Mrs. Grumbles had been sitting. It was empty. She might have had her simple, elegant nails, but I had nails that were loud, unprofessional, and absolutely magnificent. I realized my neon green, lightning bolt, ostentatious nails weren't just a manicure. They were a badge of honor. I was holding my hands out, making my mom and Teresa laugh again as we walked out. When I saw my reflection, I knew my nails weren't just nails. They were a masterpiece. And I decided that the most important thing in a girl's life might not be her nails, but the confidence to get the nails she wants, no matter what some grumpy grown-up says.